Sometimes courts strike down litigation financing agreements as being against public policy. When they do, they often focus on the thought that a third party in a legal dispute might give control over the litigation to a party whose rights are not at stake. This transfer of control from a rights holder to an investor is viewed as problematic. But that same action is never viewed as a problem when the transfer is from a rights holder to an insurance company. The role of insurance companies in litigation is typically accepted. For example, a car owner buys an insurance policy to indemnify against potential losses associated with the car. If there is a crash and a lawsuit follows, the insurance company uses its duty to indemnify as a reason to take over the defense and defend the owner's rights. Among other things, the insurance company hires the lawyer, approves or disapproves litigation expenses, defines the acceptable range of settlements, and decides whether to approve an appeal. However, the inverse situation is not so readily accepted. When a plaintiff files a suit to claim legal rights and then uses a third party to defend his rights, it is viewed as being problematic. What if the third party pays for the lawyer, determines when it will or won't accept a settlement, or makes other fundamental decisions about how the litigation should proceed? When that happens, the third party's involvement is often described as officious intermeddling. Old common law doctrines and many new legal rules fight against such assistance to plaintiffs. And yet, isn't litigation finance just the plaintiff's equivalent of insurance? How can this distinction be justified? When viewed without prejudice, is there really any difference between the plaintiff and the defendant who gets financial help in litigation from a third party? In both situations, a party faces the prospect of an economic loss, either losing a judgment or suffering an uncompensated injury. And in both situations, that same party makes a contract with another to spread the risk of loss or to share the value of defending its rights. Of course, these are rhetorical questions. There really should not be a difference. Plaintiffs and defendants should both be able to spread their risks and costs to have a greater chance of just results. Litigation funding for plaintiffs is just the flip side of insurance, and it should be viewed with just as much acceptance. If you need help with litigation funding, call or email me today.